Okay, MidJourney, we meet again. All right, so today's exploration, well, I guess I'm not exactly sure where it's going to go, but it's always kind of fun starting it up again after a little while and looking back at some of the things that were created before. Here's me as a wizard. I kind of like some of these, actually. I think this one is particularly cool. I like the jewelry. Should work on my wardrobe and my hood game a little bit. So I'm wondering, what can I imagine today and how to make this interesting and compelling. Let's see. I wonder. We've done stuff with sort of identity and like race and gender and some of that kind of stuff in previous explorations. And we've also messed with copyright and that sort of thing. But one of the things that I do with, maybe I'll be inspired by some stuff that I do with the kids. So my kids and I, we like to play the video games from the Zelda series. So I'm wondering if we can start creating some artwork in that sort of vein. So let's say, what could it be? It'd be like, so there's no official Legend of Zelda movie in the works for all I know. So let's say make a poster for a movie based on, we'll say, the Legend of Zelda using real life let's say real life dead actors and actresses in the leading roles. So let's see if we can make a poster for this sort of like intellectual property, but using real actors that have passed. So let's see what we get. I wonder. And just by saying, keeping it vague, just by saying people that have passed, like who will be chosen? I don't know. And will I know who they are? Maybe, maybe not. I do not know who these people are. But interesting, while you look at this, again, one of the things that always happens with AI is the spelling of any text that sort of comes through. So it's trying to make a movie poster, but it says the Legend of Zelda, and this is the Legend. You see what I mean? And then over here it just says Zeta instead of Zelda. So I wonder if we can we edit this? Yeah. So make a poster for a movie based on the Legend of Zelda video games. Let's see if we can, using real, maybe I'm confusing it with real life dead actors with non-fictional, and then I'll say deceased. Or maybe I can be more specific. Let's say, using Marilyn Monroe as Princess Zelda. And then who should I have be Link? And someone who's passed away, but would fit. Let's just, I know. We'll say River Phoenix. I don't think I need the quotes. River Phoenix as Link. I'll put quotes around Princess Zelda too. And let's see what we get. Marilyn Monroe and River Phoenix. I feel like this might be the casting that we've wanted all along. Wow. Interesting. I feel like in the first one, they almost tried to combine the people. Then we've got this one that's split. Here, let's look at this one closer because I'm interested in the text. E for that Gurk. Now see, it's got some of the like font correct, but then the actual writing is like, well, what is this? What is this saying? And does this look like Marilyn Monroe and River Phoenix to you? I don't know. I don't think so. But this one, interesting though, because we got like a Marilyn Monroe sort of like a classic look, but at the same time we've got sort of male features, and then I think we've got, what do we have, like, well, we just have like more of a traditional male body on there. Interesting. Let's see if we can do it again. Make a poster for an animated movie based on the Legend of Zelda games using Marilyn Monroe as Princess Zelda and River Phoenix as Link. And then we'll say, please make sure to show both characters in the image. So that way we always get something that's at least like this, where we get both people presented instead of some sort of mix. Let's see what happens now as we wait. Oh, interesting. Yeah, these are cool. Although I don't really have any explanation for this last one here. But I like this one especially. It shows like sort of the, I don't know, personification of Marilyn Monroe a little bit more. So I wonder, let's say I like this image, and I'll heart it. Can we say very strongly? Well, let's do very subtly. So now I should get 4 different options of subtle changes of that one particular thing. So it looks like we've got different hand positions and different sort of looks from Link down here. So I think these ones where both hands are turned inward like this makes it feel a little bit more like it's like our Princess Zelda Marilyn Monroe is a little bit more like I don't know, like in control or causing an issue or something like that. I like this one where her hand is sort of turned out. So, but let's just say very strongly from that. See what happens. Oh, we lost Link. Oh no, he's appearing in some of them. Okay. Look, when I look at this, there's one that's a little bit more like scantily clad, right? But this one has blood coming from her mouth, right? Let's look at that closer. What's up with that? Oh, I'm switching. Didn't mean to do that. Let's see if I can go back. Look at that. What is going on here? Huh. I do appreciate, though, that I can zoom in really far, so it's giving me a vector image of sorts, so I can, you know, kind of zoom in as much as I like. I wonder if we can we edit this? Yeah, we're going to use that text. Let's say, make link the more prominent figure in the image. And make Zelda in distress. So let's just say that we want to take it more of a traditional route and have the hero be prominent and have you know, Zelda herself in some sort of trouble. But in this sort of same vein, let's see where we go. I kind of enjoy this making movie posters thing. It seems kind of fun. Oh, this time we got some like elf ears. Interesting. Now it should still be kind of cartoony. Wow, this one turned out really cool. I like it, but Zelda is missing. So let's use this. Let's say, take this image, but add Princess Zelda in trouble because of the villain, right, Ganondorf. All right, now I guess we gotta go back. So hopefully it's going to keep this sort of aspect of things, but then add those things that I requested. Let's see. It's not really maybe I need to from the antagonist, Ganon. Okay, back to it. Because this one is missing Link now, and this one, I don't know, this one combined some things. Yeah, and we've got sort of an Alice in Wonderland deal with guns down here. That's interesting. Okay. So, as we go along, it's like sometimes we lose some of the instructions. We lost the cartooniness in a lot of these. We also started combining characters again. Are these all supposed to be people in here? Huh. Interesting stuff. Okay, enough with the movie posters. Let's just explore around what other people are doing for a little while and see if we get inspired. Huh. All right, I have an idea. Something that I've seen a lot on social media is when AI is used to turn public figures into like baby infant versions of themselves. They do some talking and everything, and we probably won't get them to like talk or anything like that, but let's see if we can get a create an image of a infant Elon Musk interacting with primitive robots. So I don't know, maybe I just recently on a social media feed of sorts came across a conversation that Elon Musk was having with whoever hosted the program, talking about the future, the 5 to 10 window future of having autonomous robots and self-driving cars and all that kind of stuff. So let's just see what we get here. Create an image. Let's say a photorealistic of an infant Elon Musk interacting with primitive robots. All right, let's see what that gets us. And go back to create. And now we're looking at what's being generated for us. It feels like we get a combo of things. All right, let's try this again. Create a photorealistic image of an infant Elon Musk interacting with modern robots? I don't know. It seems like it's getting confused as to whether I wanted Elon Musk to look like an infant or the robots to look like the infants or what. Oh, look at AI's interpretation of what Elon Musk looks like as an infant. Oh, man. Oh, I kind of like this one. Look at that. Can we change these? If it's weird 200, let's say weird 1000, and then see what happens. Oh. I guess that's not how that works. But I like this image. Let's get creative with upscaling. Now it's going to do that for me. Creatively upscale what I just did. And I'm not sure if I see any difference, really. Huh. It is taking a while though, so I guess maybe it's just like improving the quality, but like keeping the same image and the same content to a point. Okay. I like the robots themselves. It's an interesting design. Kind of cool. All right, how about, just in honor of, some things that are happening in this particular day in history, there's the No Kings protest going on. So let's just say, from the perspective of a hyper-liberal person, create a poster design for the No Kings protest happening today. Let's see what we get. Now, I'm not like informing AI or MidJourney about like what No Kings is, so I'm just assuming that it kind of knows what's happening today in the world. Let's see. I'm not even sure if I fully understand what's going on. I understand it's a protest against Trump, but only just recently heard about this, and I'm not directly involved myself, so I wonder if we can make it, let's add this and say, from the perspective of a hyper liberal person, create a poster design for the No Kings protest happening today. Make sure to make it specifically anti-Trump. Now, if I was living in a different country, oh, wait, look, AI moderation is cautious with realistic images, especially of people. Please try adjusting your prompt. Wow. Now let's look at these standards. This is important. Community standards allowed safe for work content, respectful or lighthearted parodies, satire, caricatures using real images, fictional or exaggerated scenarios, including absurd or humorous situations. Not allowed content that disrespects, harms, or misleads about public figures or events, hate speech, explicit or real-world violence, nudity, or overtly sexualized images, imagery that might be considered culturally insensitive. Wow. So it's being cautious about my prompt about making a No Kings poster design, but it was okay with me making a movie poster featuring Marilyn Monroe as Princess Zelda. What would it take to... What if we said, instead of making it anti-Trump, make sure it includes Trump's likeness? Ooh, nope. Can't even do that. Let's see. What happens if we change this from Trump to Kamala Harris? Can we do that? Nope. AI moderator is unsure about this prompt. Who is the AI moderator? That's interesting. That must be AI also, right? No, I don't think a human being got my prompt and that quickly decided that it was no good. I wonder if we can take this same thing from the perspective of a hyper-liberal person, create a poster design for the No Kings protest happening today, but instead... let's connect it to like the Star Wars universe somehow and see if that's okay. But connect it to the Star Wars universe and use the likeness of the characters from those movies. So if we don't make it specifically about a public figure, it'll do it, right? Oh, it will. Look, it's working. Okay, let's see what we get. It's going to be No Kings or No Knegs. Okay. Wow, and we've got a lot of like the more modern Star Wars characters. We got Rey on there. Looks like we've got we got a Yoda. Not sure what we've got, what characters are over here or here. This looks like Rey mixed with Han Solo or something like that. And then we've got we definitely have Kylo Ren and BB-8. Interesting. Oh, I got an idea. Let's see if we can do this and like let's say if we can say add a LGBTQ flag to the image. All right, let's have that. See if we can get that waving in the background or something. Let's go back to it. Okay. Oh, the suspense is killing me. I wish I'd like worked super fast, but I don't know if it's my computer or if it's the MidJourney site or whatever. No kings, but we got the rainbow. Oh, this is cool. All of these are interesting. Wow. Let's see who we've got here. It's like we've got a Ray and, oh, this is probably a Poe Dameron kind of thing. Chewbacca, obviously. Some others that I don't really recognize. But obviously the rainbow profile. This is interesting. That's definitely a Ray. This looks like almost the same image, but put with a mask put on. Huh. That almost looks like Robert Downey Jr.'s face put in there. So I wonder like where they get those ideas or where AI is finding some of this stuff, right? Well, let's try one more of these. Can we add just a little bit more? Let's take, we like this. So we've got like what looks like a combo of like a Jedi outfit and Darth Vader. And looking at the sun or the moon or whatever. And then the LGBTQ stuff. Let's see if we can say, let's give it some more specific direction. Make sure it has a hopefulness for the future. Okay. So let's see if that changes sort of like the kind of image that we end up cranking out of this thing. Whoa! This is not something I expected. Look at this. When it's 100% complete. Is this? Like, wow, dual Darth Vaders? Saying no kings? Wow! I think I might have to download this one. That's gonna be saved. Wow. Interesting stuff here. I kind of like this one also with like the anonymous faces. That's kind of interesting, and a bunch of lightsabers. I'm gonna save this one too. All right, ultimately this little run with MidJourney was pretty successful and pretty fun. I'm glad I ran into this AI moderator stuff. That is very interesting to see that there are prompts that you can make that artificial intelligence will analyze and say, no, that seems a little risky, I guess. We're not going to go that route. So thanks for coming along with me on this little journey, and I'll see you next time.